Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great interview. Today, I have Rik Stevens, who is a coach specializing in helping emergency services personnel overcome CPTSD, isolation, and hyper-vigilance, guiding them towards a life marked by inner peace, meaningful connections, and unshakable resilience. Give a big hand to Rik Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me, Rik. How are you today?
Thank you for the introduction. No, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, good.
Hi, Rik. Have you considered protecting your coaching practice's unique brand and methods through trademark registration to ensure its recognition and exclusivity in the market?
I haven't, no. I've been under the radar because I've been in the police service. I've literally just retired last weekend. So I've not created a proper company as yet, which is what I'm now doing. And having met you sort of in the time you sort of spoken about things, it's something in the back of my mind, but I've obviously got to get established first to then protect it. So it is something in the back of my mind, which I've got to learn more about.
That's good to hear. So the next question is, given the specialized nature of your coaching, have you explored the potential benefits of trademarking your methodologies or any proprietary tools you've developed to better serve your clients? And obviously this is about trademarks, so.
No, yeah, fully understand. I haven't, please teach me more. I'm in the process of creating videos and audios. So I haven't got anything to protect as yet, but maybe I should be protecting the ideas as well. But yeah, that's something I need to learn more about as well.
Can I share a little tip with you here? So the thing is, ideas stay inside people's heads, and we can't protect anything inside your head. So that's why that become, once it's taken sort of a physical form, as in it's something you've written, something you've recorded with your voice, then we can start protecting it. So what I would suggest is that you look into copyright protection, because copyright protects things in a slightly different way than trademark. It's not nearly as strong as a protection. However, what I always say is all intellectual property goes hand in hand to form a stronger shield of protection for you. So the more you've got, the better protected you become. And in your case, I would strongly consider copyright clauses. I know that in the program there is access to one type of copyright clause. I would then suggest that there are other things that need copyright protection, and the one copyright clause you have access to, I don't think is fit for purpose for other things than books. So I'm just suggesting this to you. I'm not saying that you have to do anything. You don't have to buy anything from me. That's not what this is about. I'm just giving you.
So what is how legal does it become? I've come from the policing and it's all legal and everything's binding and solicitors and barristers and stuff like that. But how much in depth do you go for sort of a basic copywriting, or just covering the basic needs to start with? How involved is that? Are solicitors involved, or is it just signing a bit of paper? Or
so I'm not a solicitor. I am a specialist. I specialize in intellectual property, as you might know, and copyrights and trademarks are the two areas I specialize in. I talk mainly about trademarks because that is my one true love. However, while I was studying the law, I had a blog about copyrights. And so what you would need is copyright clauses for your emails, for your website, for your whatever documentation you are making. I think you're creating your own program. Am I correct in thinking that? And I would suggest that on every single page, if you have written material, that you have a copyright clause for that, so that people don't start riding on your coattails and taking your content for their own.
So the copyright clause is a statement just at the end of each page type of thing. Is that all that is?
Yes, that is all it is. However, it is very important.
Yeah.
So,
No,
to not turn this into a free legal session for you, let's get
no,
back
it's
to
just what is it? That's all I'm asking. You know, what is the actual copyright? You know, if it's, you know, a statement, obviously you get guidance on how to write it, but you know, if that's
Well,
what
I've
it is,
written them.
yeah,
I've written them.
okay,
So you don't have to do that yourself. It's something. It's a service that I provide.
got it, yeah.
Okay. So, in your mission to empower individuals in emergency services, have you thought about safeguarding your coaching programs or materials with trademarks to maintain their integrity and prevent unauthorized use unauthorized use or replication?
Well, simple answer is no. I have had a glimmering thought to do that. You know, I'm aware that the sort of education practices do get sort of plagiarized, but I have not done anything about it. And that's, again, something else to look into to make sure I'm covered. Sort of, I've got enough to do building this, building my. Now you're adding more to me, building all this business stuff. So it's, yeah, no, no, I haven't.
No, that's okay. That's it's, you know, there is no wrong answer. I'm talking to you about this obviously because we're on the same program together, and it's been encouraged that we talk to each other about our specialist subjects in interviews. So that's what we're doing here, and you're not doing anything wrong.
No, you're highlighting the facts. It's all good.
So I can share a little story with you, actually, just to showcase what can happen when things are not taken properly in hand. So many years ago in Denmark, that's where I'm originally from. I think you might know that. I met up with this powerhouse of a lady, and we were having a conversation, a bit like you and I, although it wasn't an interview, and she wasn't ready to move on with the trademark registration as I had thought she was, and that's okay. So we stayed in touch, and she had this amazing download in the middle of the night of what her trademark or brand should look and all of these amazing details. What she didn't do was she did not create a company with the equivalent of Companies House in Denmark. She didn't have any kind of contract. So there was this other lady that she had worked with in a previous role who wanted to become a partner. She took this person on. There were absolutely nothing set down in writing. So when it came down to it, this other person's husband then went ahead and created a business in the powerhouse lady's brand name. She didn't have a contract. She didn't have a business herself. And so she just gave the whole thing up and had to start all over again. And this is one of the devastating things that I do not want for any of you to happen, because the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into creating whatever it is that people are creating. It can be a recruitment company. It can be the training thing that you are doing. It can be a hypnotherapy type process. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. Fact of the matter is, you are pouring your heart and your soul, blood, sweat, and tears into it. So that in and of itself deserves your care and protection. And so when people don't do that, it all falls to pieces. And I've also seen cases where people have built up businesses to a pretty high level, and then they carelessly take on an investor. And because the investor is really, really savvy business people, they can and will perform hostile takeovers like that. And I just do not want that to happen. You know, if I can help prevent it, then I will. And I'm not sharing this story to scare the hell out of you. I'm sharing it because it's the truth and it can happen. And I want you to be forewarned.
Oh, all taken on board. Thank you. Yeah.
I think we should wrap it up. All right. So, again, thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much to Rik for being my guest. Rik, do you have a website where people can find you, I wonder? So I can put it up as a banner?
I'm CPTSDrelief.com. It's my website for mainly aimed at emergency service personnel because of the stresses and strains, understaffed and overworked. And there's very few places for them to talk to. So I created the website CPTSDrelief.com. There's some guides on there, all my contact details if you need relief from stress, anxiety, PTSD, CPTSD. then I'm your go-to person.
Yeah, I'll put it up on a scrolling banner. There we go. I hope that it's correct.
Yep.
Okay, great. So that's where people can find you, isn't it? In case they
That's
want
right.
to. And I will put it in with the show notes as well, so that when this goes out on my YouTube channel, then people can find you through that. It was great to have you as my guest today. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Do remember to tune in. It's every Friday, and it is interspersed with the other videos that go out once a week on my YouTube channel. That's always on the Friday. So it may not be every single Friday that there's an interview going out. So just tune in and see what happens on my channel. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you.